What's going on, everyone? It is the Nate stream. We are back, baby. I have with me special guest Deastl. What's going on, Deastl?
I'm the Deastl. What's up?
Man needs no introduction. The Deastl, everyone's favorite garbage man.
Deastl? I'm the Deastl. What's up?
Man needs no introduction. Shit. All right.
I'm a business owner, actually.
Business owner. What is that business, by the way?
Waste consultancy.
Waste consultancy. Sure. That's what we call it these days. Anyway, it's good to have you on. Today, we will be in the greatest programming environment of all time. I'm sure everyone already knows what we're talking about. And that's writing some good old TypeScript. How do you feel about tizype scrizipt?
Cringe.
I believe tizype scrizipt is cringe. Well, that's fair. Me too. But still, you know. All right. Can you see my screen there?
Yes.
All right. How many fingers am I holding up?
Oh, fuck. I didn't study for this.
Oh shit. Yeah. See, that'll do it. All right. So let's move this bad boy over to so everyone can see. And here we are. We have good old Flappy Bird. What do you think, Deastl? Good implementation of Flappy Bird here?
I think it's missing HTMX.
Okay.
That is.
So you keep asserting that it's missing HTMX. Where would I put in the HTMX?
You would make the objects have an ID, each one of those pipes, and then you would sync it with the server. That's what you do.
So let me get this straight. So you expect me to sync the bird's location with the server?
Yes.
So 60 times a second, I would be sending something to the server with a new set of coordinates for the bird's location?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And what would this accomplish?
Clickbait.
Does that make for a better game? Does that make for a good programming exercise? Does this do anything?
It means that you can track user activity. So, some bureaucrat's gonna like that.
Okay, so maybe instead of tracking user activity for a bureaucrat, maybe we make a high score kind of setup. Maybe that's something.
That seems really lame.
A high score setup is really lame.
Yeah.
So you just want user tracking for the purpose of user tracking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna need a mainframe to actually handle all this data.
That makes sense. So here's what I want to know. How do I make it so that my window isn't a scrollable window, so that it just takes up so this canvas object takes up the entire screen and that's it?
Set the body to margin of 0.
All right. Let's change index.hutml, and let me make this bigger so that the viewers can see as well. So what? I just make a little style, little style going on. Little style,
like a styles.html or styles.css or something.
I mean, I could
you're just gonna inline it.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Oh, I thought you were gonna just put it onto the body.
Oh, yeah, I could do that as well.
That works too. That's even more cursed, and I like that.
How do you do that? Like that?
Yeah, and then you set the margin to 0. It's either margin or padding. We're gonna figure this out.
All right. Let's reload this bad boy, and
it's probably padding.
All right. That didn't do it. It might just be complaining at me. Let's see what Veet says. Nope, Veet's not saying anything. Let's see what my inspector is saying.
Does your canvas have a padding on it?
I don't know.
Sorry, margin.
I haven't done anything with the canvas. The canvas I just created here. Oh,
Doesn't
here.
look like it has any styles.
Create elements.
Yeah.
So what do I do? Say canvas.
Check the body and see what its like default styles are. I know it ships with something.
Body. So we got padding 0.
What about app?
App. I don't think I actually do anything with app. I think app can just go away. Because I don't think I actually use it at all. Yeah, app is totally useless. Yeah, so I have the canvas here. I do set the canvas width and height.
Mm-hmm. If you hover over, or if you click on the elements, you'll see which one has the extra margin.
I think it's... Oh, I see. So the body is that much. The HTML document is everything out there. So how do I make the HTML go wall to wall?
Oh, is it the HTML that has the?
Yeah, it appears to be.
Because
if I reload and go to the HTML, it's like the full thing.
Do
the
what
canvas
you did with
is... You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, if you do what you did with the body, then you might be able to fix that.
Just on HTML?
Yeah, I don't know.
Worth a shot. Fair enough. Style equals padding 0.
Yeah, and set the margin to 0 just for extra measure as well.
Padding 0, margin 0. That did not seem to help it.
Well, let's go to the old Google box.
Let's check Google. Wall to wall canvas HTML TypeScript HTMX. Base Vim user, thank you. Let's see. That's all useless.
You want to look for like white lines around HTML page, something like that.
That's a good idea. White lines around page HTML. This person has the same problem. HTML width 100, height 100, margin 0, padding 0. That'll work. Width 100%, height 100%, padding 0, margin 0. And we'll do the same thing over here. Oops. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. We still have scrolling though, because I think I've screwed something up with the size of my thing.
Your canvas is probably too big.
Yeah, so I'm setting it to the height, which is just the window's inner width and inner height, which I think is wrong, right?
You need
I should just
view
do body
width
dot.
and view height.
What was that?
View width and view height. I don't know if that's.
Can I do just canvas dot width, client width? I guess I want height. Can I do this?
Maybe you could try like
I think unironically this might just work. Nope.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, and I'm not setting my my gravity right, so when it's really tiny, it just. Oh, that's great. So I need to make it so that that's relative as well, instead of just based on pixels. Oh, you know what? I'm setting attributes here. I don't need to set those attributes now that I...
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing that.
Yeah, it doesn't help anything anyway. So that's just the canvas,
Um,
the size the canvas wants to be. So if we just make canvas dot
what could
style,
you
yeah,
try? So, canvas has its own attributes, width and height. What if you set the canvas width and height to something like, static, and then you make the style width and height to view width and view height. So VW and VH.
okay.
Because I mean, whenever you're making a game like this, you probably want the width and height to stay the same. Unless you want to add in auto scaling logic.
Kind of want to add an auto scaling logic. I already have everything be done relative, Multiply, divide everything by 10. Pipe is the width divided by 10. The bird height is the height divided by 10. I mean, these
Oh, is
width
that
heights
why
are.
the physics are all messed up?
Yeah, because some of it's divided by 10 and some of it's just numbers. Oh, wait, these are all relative. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is where it's going wrong. Let's do 1 times height. Yeah, see, now this is much more reasonable. Now the game plays super fast on a smaller window, but like at least it's still playable. You know what I'm saying?
I think you need like a you lose sprite, you know?
Yeah, I need to not have it be this this whole thing. I need to make it something else. But there's other problems that need to be dealt with first. Like for instance, I just load up all of the sprites as where am I doing the sprites? 3D. GD. So I just create an element, and that's what I do. And if it's over, if this were to load over a slow network connection, what would happen is, for some amount of time, the game would be playing, and there would be no elements loaded in.
So you could do this with HTMX. You're already loading them like this.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing like this. Everything else is being done purely with the canvas.
But you could take the canvas out of the situation and just do it in the DOM.
Do you realize how difficult that would be?
It'd be funny.
Does request animation frame even work in the DOM? Or do I have to roll my own loop that only
Yeah,
runs
you'd have
60
to.
times a second?
No, I mean you can make it async.
That this sounds gross and annoying and difficult.
I think it'd be fine.
I don't know about that. What's really fun is if you keep hitting OK, it'll keep rendering more frames
Oh,
until you're back in the game. But it ends up calling to generate all of the pipes on top of each other. Some a little bit messed up in the pipe generation. I'm not gonna lie.
um,
That's neither here nor there. We need to make the canvas the right size. Um,
I can make you a better pipe asset by stealing one on the internet, and
I stole this one off the internet, dude.
well, I can mess with it a little more.
No cooperator. I do not know a lot about. I mean, I know a lot about piping. Yeah, just as long as you. Yeah, you can leave it at that. Actually. So how do I get the height of the body? Body dot height. Body dot width. Will that just work? Nope.
Oh, this is the third result on Google,
Oh, what?
the pipe asset.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed it is.
That takes some skill, you know.
And what you'll notice is I don't render the top pipe upside down. And it's just a straight vertical scaling. So a really tall pipe looks pretty stupid. So I need to do a little bit of work on rendering these pipes in.
I think it's perfect.
You know what? A lot of people would say that. Just flip the image. Yeah, cooperator, I know. I don't know how to do that.
I mean,
Let's see.
you're actually like the greatest game dev that ever lived.
Thank you. Let's fill screen HTML. Resize HTML5 canvas. ctx.canvas.width equals window.innerHeight. Window.innerWidth. Okay. Will that work? If we abandoned computers and had this game controlled by people at a carnival, flipping the image would be easy. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now I've screwed that up.
Still have a scroll though?
I do still have a scroll. That does not fix it. That's what I had before. Okay. Can I just like... disable scrolling on body. Position fixed, overflow hidden. Set height and overflow. Okay, let's do overflow hidden on HTML and body. So for flow hidden, we'll do the same thing on body. Overflow hidden. Ah, no more scrolling. Look at that. Still lost. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go.
Are you proud?
Am I proud? Yes, very. All right. So now we got to figure out how to get this the bird's speed figured out.
You gonna slow him down? You gonna crush his dreams?
I think I will.
I know, but what if you wanted to be an astronaut, you know? He's gonna be like, no. Can't tell a bird no.
All right. So now it's... now pressing the space really barely gets the bird to go up. I got to slam this thing a bunch, and I still screwed it up. All right. So that's useless. So how do I make this both relative to the screen size and working? Or I render this in a constant speed, have the bird and the motion of the pipes rendered at a constant speed, and then I just scale the output to the size of the screen. How does that work?
I am making a pipe.
Okay, if you make a pipe, can you make the bottom portion of the pipe so that it tiles and I can stack them, and then make the top portion of the pipe so I just put one of those at the top of the stack? That way it's rendered properly. Can you do that?
Do you want like a top pipe and a bottom pipe?
No, I can just use...
Or did you figure out how to rotate it?
I can rotate them at some point. I'll figure that out, hopefully, eventually. We'll see.
I will assure you, I'm a GIMP expert.
Good stuff. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm not wearing my glasses. That explains why my eyes kind of hurt. I'll be right back.
Good luck.
Well, this is much better.
Imagine being able to see.
So we'll actually just do a class for pipe.
You're doing some OO.
Yeah.
Where's the rotate button? How do people use GIMP?
I don't know.
It's such a terrible program. Well, the guy who made GIMP isn't going to come on your stream anymore. Oh. Where's the... God.
What?
Menu. It just hurts to use. Okay. Here's your pipe. Where's it at? Is that it? Maybe. That's probably it. Okay, cool. You got a pipe now.
Fantastic. Thank you.
It's branded. Anti-pipe?
Yeah, because what I'm really doing is actually I renamed it a pipe set. What I was trying to do for a while is just model each set of pipes as the gap. So what is that? It's the space that's not a pipe, an anti-pipe. So I was generating the gap and then drawing above and below it, and then I change it to be pipe set. So you just have the bottom pipe height and the top pipe height, and then the X location that it's in, which makes a little bit more sense.
Interesting.
So I think if I do this,
Do you not have like rename support?
oh no, I just did the wrong thing. There we go. So now it should work the same as it was before. Yep. So now I do this OOP style. That way, all I have to do is call a render function on a pipe, and then it will render itself inside of the canvas.
And then you get 6 layers of inheritance, right?
I mean, really just the one.
8?
Really just the one. So
Well,
with this stuff, I can do pipes I dot render and pass in that context, and that
should
is
go
all
for them.
fine. And then my render function will just be this. So I'll do a function called render canvas, which we'll figure that out. Call it CTX, and this will be a context canvas context canvas rendering context 2D, and then I can put that in there, and then I say this dot x this dot y, this dot x, and this dot bottom height. And it's still complaining at me. Why is it complaining at me? Cannot find named I. Where did I put I? Oh, there it is. This dot bottom height. And it should all work exactly the same. It's broken. Why is it broken?
You got some errors.
Argument of type rendering context 2D or null. All right. Do. Well, let's make it not null. There we go. Still didn't work. Where's my error?
3 more errors.
Yeah, I see that. Property render is missing from bottom pipe height. Bottom X top. All right, we'll make another constructor where you pass in a bottom height, top height, and an X. And then bottom height will be a number, top height will be a number, and X will be a number. And then I'll say this dot X equals X. This dot bottom pipe height equals bottom height. And then I'll say this dot top height equals top height. Multiple constructor implementations are not allowed. What? Clearly that's not how you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Can I just type
the way that
annotation
you
this?
do this?
No, I already type annotationed it. Okay, so it's missing a property render, but it's required. How do I just freestyle a class in TypeScript?
TypeScript always felt GIP to me.
Do I just have to make a new one for each one of these and then set these things? Public by default, private, whatever, protected, whatever, read-only, parameter properties.
This page has been deprecated.
Great.
You ever get those ones where it says like the new information is here, and then you go to that page and it's like, oh, the new information is here.
That's a
And it
very
keeps on
classic
going.
TypeScript error. So this is what I'm trying to do. Is this not allowed? Can I not overload? Constructors can't have type parameters. These belong to the outer class type declaration. Constructors can't have return type annotations. The instance type. So why isn't it letting me overload the constructor? If I define a new constructor, it gets mad at me. Yeah, multiple constructor implementations are not allowed. This is saying right here.
I wonder if it's because one of them is blank.
No, that's not the problem. It's mad that I'm just trying to do it twice. Multiple constructor are not allowed. Do I use the optional? What? TypeScript allows only one. You can use the question mark parameter, which fields will be mandatory always. So I can only use optional parameters. I mean, that's fine, I guess. So how did I want to write this before? I had this all written out. So what I can do is I can do bottom height, top height, and this. Multiple constructor implementations are not allowed. So then what I'll do is I'll just say if not bottom height or not top height or not X, then we will do the other thing, else we will do this thing. And then in place of the other thing, we will put this in here. And then we can get rid of this. There we go. So then all I have to do is go back up here and replace this with, instead of that, we'll do, copy the declaration of this, and then we'll just say new pipe set, and what were the order of these things? Pretty new. Bottom top X. So I'll say new pipe set, height over 4, height over 3, width plus 1 times width over 3. Cannot redeclare variable. No. We'll just rename this to pipes 1. Object literal may specify known properties, and new does not exist in type. What? Also, Cooperator wants to know when me and Primogen met. Just joined his Discord and hung out for a while. It was a good time.
Is this like before he was famous?
No, this is like 8 months ago.
Oh.
This was like shortly before I invited you into the Prime's Discord.
Did you like watch it before
No.
then, or you just discovered him?
No, I had like just discovered him and hopped into the Discord to see what was going on.
Yeah, because he really blew up like this year.
Yeah. And he was going crazy last year as well.
But yeah. You know what I mean? Like within the past year.
Yeah, absolutely. So am I not allowed to... Oh, wait, you know what? It's this. That's the problem. And then the class pipe set is used before its declaration. All right. I'll just put this at the top. That won't be a problem, will it?
All of you want it to be.
Yeah. So I can do 3 of these. And the only thing I change is this third parameter. So this will be width plus 2, width plus 3. And then I can delete all of this. And then the game should work as intended.
That's what you want.
Yep, there we go. So there we go. We object orientified the whole thing. So then what we have to do is probably take this whole pipe thing into its own, what's it called? Make its own file. So I'll make a pipes.typescript. Class pipeset. Get rid of that. Paste it in here. And then what we'll do is we will import the class pipe set from /pipes. That's how that works, right? Cannot find module /pipes or its corresponding type declarations. Why not? Did I not write it?
You gotta try harder.
Oh, and it doesn't have height or width anyway. So let's do that and just add that back in there. We'll figure this out. Is there no way to hoist a class definition?
Hoist?
Yeah, hoist.
Look, I'm not a sailor as much as the next guy.
But aren't you a TypeScript programmer?
Barely.
Then you should know about hoisting.
Barely.
Fair enough. So function declarations are hoisted to the top of their scope along with their definitions. And I need an account to read the full story. Great. Are these hoisted? Is there a way to hoist
Make an
these?
account on stream, man.
What?
Why don't you just make an account on stream?
Yeah. Good idea.
I can't see what would go wrong with that.
No. Huh. Yeah, I guess I don't know if class is hoist. I suppose we're not going to find out because we just define this type right up here, and it's kind of gross, but whatever, it'll be fine.
That's always a good idea. Just say it's fine and move on.
Well, what else are we going to do? So we are kind of relying on these globals of width and height.
Globals are kind of cringe.
Yeah, so maybe we should make a class for game. And then it will hold the pipes, which is a slice of, or an array of, what are these things called? Pipe set. Is this where I say? Yep. So it has that. It has the height. Then it has width. And then it has a canvas. Canvas rendering context TD. Right?
Right?
Yes. Was it you that needed help with kinematics? I did, but I think I got it figured out, kind of.
You do some reading.
No, I just freestyled it, and it seems to kind of work. Pretty happy about that. Also, I just realized I made my window way tiny. Nobody told me. There we go. So then we'll generate the pipes in the game. We will take in the height and the width and the context, right? Yeah.
Well, you got to draw, so you need the context. Or you don't have to draw. I mean, nobody's making you.
Fair enough. So I'll say this dot height equals height. This dot width equals width. And this dot ctx equals ctx. So then we can just copy in all of this stuff into the thing. Yeah, because this is all just game stuff. And we'll make private variables for sprites, bird x, bird delta y last time, start, pipes, whatever. But actually what I think we can do is we can just make a function called resize, which will set this dot height equal window dot inner height, and this dot width to equal window dot inner width. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? Shalom, IoT Mail Gaming.
Shalom?
IOTA Mail Gaming says shalom.
What does that mean?
Account created February 28th, 2018. You might be legit.
Might be his one only legit viewer.
Might be. So what this is going to do is mean that I don't actually have to take in the width and height because I'm calculating it myself. And all I need is the rendering context. And I can just call resize here. Get what I'm saying? So I don't need this stuff anymore. I do need that. Actually, I do need those. That said, I could just make the game class take over the canvas entirely and generate its own context. What do you think about that?
I think you should make the pipes. You should use my pipe. You really should.
All right, well, let me hold on.
And then instead of scaling the objects, you just make them on or off the screen, more or less. Just
so like, you just make really tall pipes?
Yeah, just made a really tall pipe.
That'll work.
You like how it's branded?
I don't see it yet. Hold on. Where'd you send this?
Discord in the stream chat.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, let's get this here so everyone can see it. Yeah,
like
so you just made a really tall pipe. Lines. Yeah, this is good. I like this. This is much better. Can we get rid of the? You know, I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll be fine.
With the
yeah,
it is I'm just gonna PNG.
Yeah, here's what I'm gonna download this real quick. Gonna save image. We'll call this pipe, and we'll save this not in downloads, but in the directory we're in. Public/pipe.png. We will save it. We will replace it. There we go. And
you can sell these as keychains on your.
Ooh, that's a good idea. There we go. We got your pipe.
Get piped.
And the transparency works properly. Of course, it's just stretching the pipe.
They actually do look better, though.
They do. Well, that's because the transparency is working properly. It's not doing the white backgrounds.
But you can see the copy and paste lines, which I felt like I needed to keep in there.
Yeah, the copy and paste lines are important, I think. I think that's very, very necessary to the game.
Can't be too professional.
Yeah. Let's see if we can update the rendering function here to make this not be as dumb. So here's the pipe rendering function. So what we're doing is calling draw image. And it has some overloads that I think will allow us to flip it and do it properly. I saw an old stream on YouTube of you learning Next.js. You said you don't really read YouTube chat, so I figured I'd follow you here. Well, thanks for following. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, I mostly just read Twitch chat. Apparently I have one viewer on YouTube. Hello, YouTube person. I don't pay attention to that guy. Come to Twitch. Anyway. What the hell was I doing? Oh, I was fixing the pipe. That's right. CTX draw image.
Jank.
Yeah. So it takes dx dy. Otherwise, you could say image dx dy d width and d height. That's what I'm using right now. And this one is s width s height dx dy sx x sy s width s height dx dy d width d height. So the SX SY is the source image. The S width S height is the source width and height. So that's how much of the image you want. And the DX DY D width D height is how much you want to put it on the thing. So what we can do is we can do so the bottom pipe is the easy one, right? So this one, draw top pipe. The top pipe is going to be interesting. The bottom pipe, we'll do ctx exclamation mark dot draw image sprites dot pipe, and then what we want is the full width of the pipe, right? Right. So we want the full width of the pipe, which the image is. I wonder if I could just say sprites.pipe.width. So we want the full width of the pipe, and we don't want the full height of the pipe. We only want this dot bottom pipe height, because that's as much as we want of the pipe, right?
No, I bet you all want all the pipe.
Yeah. Actually, no. We want this to start at 0, because that's where we're starting at the pipe. We're starting at the top right corner of the pipe. So we want the pipe's whole width, and then we only want as much as will fit on the screen. So then as much as will fit on the screen will be this dot bottom pipe height, right? And then the destination X will be the this dot X. And then the destination Y will be height minus this dot bottom pipe height, because that's how far down we go. And then the width we want what do we want the width? The pipe width.
200 pixels.
Wait, how do I have this screwed up? All right, so we have the image, the source X. Oh, the source X and the source Y. So that should be 0, 0. So then if I comment this out, and I hate commenting stuff out. I'm just afraid because I don't want to retype that and reload the page. The bottom pipe should be rendering not stupid, and it's rendering. It's not rendering at all. But I bet it still exists. Yep. So I have that screwed up. So the source X and source Y should be 0. We got that right. Sprite's width should be the width of the image. That's fine. The height shouldn't be 0. That's where I'm getting wrong. So I have that screwed up. the width should be sprites.pipe dot, or the height should be sprites.pipe.height. That way it gets the entire height of the pipe.
That's great. I
All
like
right.
that.
So
Maybe this is a new mechanic.
this is a new mechanic. The vertical pipes. So these pipes would be right if I did it right. This is